Right. Have you got your notes?
Check. Pad at the ready.
Right.
This was a two-leg one, so I can't remember a lot of the start, to be honest, which is probably a good thing.
It's a good thing, because you'll pick it up quick.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these notes and just the people who fight.
There's a lot. We'll get to it in a sec, because I've got some upsetting news on them. People who fight.
Everyone's dead.
Yeah, basically, but no, I didn't even mean that. Right. Okay, before we hand over to the podcast properly, I just want to give a quick talk and a shout out there to Anchor, who's hosting this for us. If you don't know about Anchor previously and you want to do a podcast, it's absolutely free. There's tools on it that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from the computer. They distribute it for you, so they'll put it on Spotify, Apple, and loads of other places for you. And if you wanted to, they can help you make money on there, and they can ask for sponsors, and with no minimum listenership for you. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. If you want it, you can download the free Anchor app, or you can go to anchor.fm to get started. And again, we can't recommend it highly enough. We record on Zoom so we can see each other, and then we just upload the audio files to Anchor. We can splice in and cut stuff out. It is really, really good. All right, thanks, and we'll hand back over to us. Hello, and welcome to Monday Nitro, brother.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, we are here reviewing the Nitro from the October the 9th, 1995, live from Rosemont Horizon, which is in Rosemont, Illinois, according to Wikipedia, or Chicago, Illinois, according to the people on the show. Probably one of them.
Yeah,
I don't know if Rosemont is its own place in Chicago, Greater Chicago or something. I've no idea.
Rosemont. Yeah.
No.
Text in, write in to tell us, type in comments.
If we've got some American listeners and you know anything about Chicago. Yeah.
What do I know? Chicago Bulls, Keenan and Kel from Chicago, I think. That's a good fact.
Quite a lot about 1920 Chicago, because I did that stuff on the Mafia. But
good.
We were talking about how this wasn't our favorite Nitro before.
No.
I've got some bad. This is going to annoy you when I walk you through these, Mark. So in the dark matches for tonight.
Classic, yeah. I bet there's some awesome ones.
All right. First of all, you had Paul Orndorff versus the Renegade. Fair enough. Dark match all night long, Matt. I agree.
That's classic.
Then you had Diamond Dallas Page versus Alex Wright for the TV title.
Why is Diamond Dallas Page always on these dark matches? And why is the TV title always on the dark match?
It's not a television title if you don't put it on television. And,
that's crazy.
And that was the same match as last week. Next up, also a dark match. Eddie Guerrero beats Dean Malenko. What are you doing?
Oh my God, we could have had another one of those matches.
That match was brilliant last week. It was like easily the best match we've reviewed by a long way.
And they just fighting each other constantly, because they were in another dark match as well.
And then in another, and all of these matches would be better than every match on the show.
Oh, definitely, whatever it is.
Then Kevin Sullivan somehow beat Randy Savage. I don't know how, but Randy Savage is not a dark match.
Randy Savage a dark match? Yeah,
he's not a dark match wrestler. What is going on?
That's insane. I mean,
good
effort for the people who went there. That.
I mean, the people who went there got an absolute bargain.
Yeah.
Like, if they watched the show back, they'd be like, "What's this crap?"
yeah. Like, you pick the worst matches.
Okay, now normally I do a raw sort of roundup before we start. Not going to do that this week. I'm going to do that at the end, because Raw was worse than Nitro. But that statement needs a lot of clarification before just to say
this was bad. So
the bar is pretty low, and Raw manages to be worse. So for that to be believable, I'll have to do it at the end, because there are some really low moments in this.
Oh, I've got a lot of just shite written down throughout.
It is interrupted as well, as usual, with a lot of the random lies told by the commentary team on WCW as well.
Yes.
So, are you ready to queue it up? Have you got it on 0 seconds?
To go.
All right. Well, if anyone wants to watch along with us, you can press play now. Immediately starts in the middle.
It starts in the middle, but starts off with a pretty long flashback.
Yep. Get used to that, people. Get used to that, because this is not the only flashback. And it's not the only flashback of the same thing. They are showing a flash. They're showing the flashback of Hogan last week, where he allegedly got his neck snapped by the Giant, and then they pause again for a long time on his Hitler tash that they shave into it.
Yeah.
And now they're back to the normal Nitro pyrotechnic start. But
it's as if that was like the most shocking moment ever. But
I get that it was a big thing. That Hogan. I mean, it wasn't. It sort of was, but then they're going to go back to that more than once. It will come up again. They go on and on and on about that. Like, we know Hogan got attacked by a Giant, right? If you accept Hogan got attacked by a Giant, you can fast forward at least 20 minutes of Nitro today.
Oh, yeah, totally. I think I did fast forward some bits of this. No matches or anything, just the flashbacks.
There's not much in the way of matches. The matches are all really short, aren't they?
Yeah, this first one's about 2 minutes.
So now the intro's over. They're all stood with their backs to the screen because they've got personalised football shirts on.
Because someone won the Super Bowl. I think that's what they talk about here. I don't know.
I think the reason they're in football shirts is because he's Mongo McMichael, and he played for the Chicago Bulls maybe, but a Chicago team anyway. So they're like it's like a hometown for homecoming for Mongo.
Okay, fair enough. I've got a Mongo fact for you.
Go on.
Don't know why I was looking at this, but I was just looking at Mongo online. He married. What's he called? Did I write this down? Basically, the person who was also married to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Deborah. First married to Mongo, then Austin.
So who's he with at this point?
I think Deborah.
He's with Deborah, and then Sting's interrupted. Yeah. Don't worry, everyone.
Sting's doing a flare.
Sting's doing the old walk up to the announce table and take over. They saw that last week and loved it clearly because they're going to keep doing that a lot.
Yeah.
In future episodes, that happens a lot. Sting's got the solution to the feud between Macho Man and Luger, and he's going to later on this night. He's going to show everyone how he can fix it.
I remember him saying that. I don't remember anything else coming from that. So maybe
they do an interview later on, but in no way does he attempt to fix it.
Oh yeah, I remember that interview actually. Yeah.
So we go to the first match now, and Shark comes out, and as is usual, when I looked up at where they are now, he's died since then. He died of bladder cancer in 2006, so again, he was still quite young.
Brutal.
He was Earthquake in WWF, where he was actually good.
I was going to say he looks familiar.
He looks familiar, but this gimmick is terrible.
It's like holding his one arm on his wrist.
Yeah, it's really bad. He was also a very successful sumo wrestler, where he was called Rikishi.
Quality. Oh, good fact. I like that.
Yeah. He feuded with Hogan a lot. When he became the immortal Hulk Hogan, it was because Earthquake allegedly nearly ended his career, but really Hogan went to do some film or something.
Classic.
So next out, we've got Sting. I'm not really sure why because before they were doing matches to see who was the number one contender for the US title. Now, for absolutely no reason, Shark's got a title match with Sting.
Is this a title match?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's definitely a title match because that's why Shark jumps him really early on, doesn't he, and poses with the belt?
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
But why? I don't know. It again makes no sense. They've forgotten. And that won't be the only time tonight where they've forgotten what they've done in previous Nitros.
I mean, a lot of these are very similar.
So, there we go. Shark's immediately jumped him, picked up the belt, going, it's mine.
Yeah, I like his style, actually.
I like that. I thought that was really good. I quite like Shark in this. He's a good wrestler, though. He also does a pretty good Will Smith in this.
I wrote Good Smith. Yeah, I thought it was from Sting, though, because I can't remember it. But yeah, good if it's from him.
No, does it here? Look, bang. It's a good Smith.
Oh, that is a good Smith.
That's a great Will Smith. You don't see his
And a
feet
big
touch the
leg.
ground blatantly first, like Randy's do as well.
He does a good pin on here as well, like a good just lying on him.
Yeah, great bit of early offense. I mean, the match is nearly over though.
I wrote good pin from that last thing, and then underneath it says so quick. So it's not going to last long.
The match goes less than 2 minutes in total. I had a quick look and I was like, I'm confused. So yeah, he does it.
This is a good.
I like the Stinger splashes in the corner by Sting as a comeback. Then Sting runs to the other rope, does a crossbody, and pins for the 3 count. That is the entire
cool.
match.
It goes a bit slow-mo when Sting does this crossbody pin. Like, when he's in the air.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Shark could have just caught him.
Oh, easy, yeah.
There's no.
That's it, yeah, done.
That's the whole match. And that won't be our shortest match tonight.
Will it not?
No.
I don't remember which one's shorter.
The Road Warrior Hawk versus Bossman. You may not have any notes on it.
I might not even have wrote that down, you know.
Not a lot happens.
Oh no, I have, and I've got no notes. Just wrote Big Boss Man versus Road Warrior, and I've wrote Big Bubba question mark.
Yeah, he's still doing his nonsense, absolutely no gimmick, which I don't really get.
That was weird, right? That was.
So we've had the 2-minute match. Now the 2-minute match is over. We're going back to about a 5-minute flashback of the thing we've already seen a flashback of tonight, of last week's Nitro. So this is just a more extended version of Hogan banging on, but with a bit more back before Kevin Sullivan dressed as a woman attacks him. So he's still walking about giving some high fives, which is not needed.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing that we saw at the start of this, isn't it?
Yeah. And Mongo says that they denigrated Hogan. It's
denigrated.
Yeah.
I don't know what that word is. Good effort, Mongo, whatever that means.
They
denigrated. I'm going to Google it.
Last week you asked me about Zodiac, and I said I don't really remember him. So I had a quick look. The reason I don't remember him, and the reason you probably don't, is because he had about 1 million gimmicks. So in WWF, he's Brutus.
Really?
In WWF, he's Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I had a barbershop segment.
Yeah, I recognise that name.
Yeah, feuded with Hogan, obviously. So then when Hogan joins in 94...
I recognise the name.
Yeah. So when Hogan joins in 1994, he brings over Brutus Beefcake. So remember, that's only 1 year prior to this. In that time, he has been the Butcher, the man with no name, where he had a weird gimmick where he had amnesia and couldn't remember anything. And then he turned to Zodiac.
That sounds a quality gimmick.
As the Zodiac, apparently, can only see. This is all in about 12 weeks. And then he turns into Zodiac, and he can only say yes or no.
This is him now that he can only say yes or no.
Yeah, but he will soon turn into. He will have another gimmick soon.
That's good. This one isn't working for him.
No, but this gimmick is a subtle gimmick. In effect, he's a spy in the Dungeon of Doom, it turns out, later on.
I like it. For who?
For Hogan.
Right, okay.
Which makes no sense, because I know right now we're watching them kick the crap out of Hogan and break his neck. So as spies go, he's pretty shite.
Yeah. Maybe, he's deep,
They've now gone to a really really shit promo of Halloween Havoc. And this isn't something.
Yeah. When was this? When was this? Start of October. It was in October, wasn't it? This episode.
This is the 9th of October.
Start of it though, so I've probably got
we've got 3 more weeks.
3 more episodes. They got to push it, haven't they?
The best bit of the promo is Hogan doing a leg drop on Vader, who's already left the company.
That's quality.
I'm not even joking. That is genuinely the best bit of that promo, and it doesn't make any sense. And now coming out, we have Sabu. This Sabu is lost his mind.
Yeah, Afro, Sabu just doesn't stop. He's just like, powering through, walking straight out to this ring. I mean, he's a weird wrestler, isn't he? There's like no stopping, no bit of taunting. He's just there to slam these guys. Do some moves.
And I was listening to an 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, and he's going on about how people don't really know who Sabu is, apart from the few hardcore fans that watch ECW at this point. But even then, there's not that many of them in 1995. If you think it's not that big, and Sabu goes back pretty soon. He's like, "What's this Nitro?"
Back to ECW.
Yeah, he's an absolute.
He's too hard. He's too hardcore. Yeah, man. Seems too hardcore anyway.
Mr. JL comes out.
Worst name ever, Mr. JL.
They're my initials.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's good, but you can't have two initials. But no, name. I didn't even notice it was your initials. Yes, that's comedy.
He absolutely sucks, though. To be fair, I don't get his gimmick. He's not a luchador. I don't really understand why he's wearing a mask.
I was expecting to do a lot more luchador style moves, so that was annoying. Good spinning wheel kick / backflip. I've wrote. Don't know what that is. I've also wrote Sabu has good pants.
I tried to find some stuff about Mr. JL. There's basically nothing. He fights some cruiserweights and leaves in '97. He does a spinning leg drop, which is pretty awesome.
Maybe that's what I meant, because that was good. What I just saw there, yeah.
Yeah. And the commentary sell this, like they do sell it well. Sometimes the commentary just bang on about Hogan and ignore the match. But in this match, the commentary actually do a decent job of selling it, which is good. But Sabu puts a lot of rest holds and submissions on for someone who's just nuts all the time. I don't really understand it.
I wrote Sabu is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I quite like it.
I stand by that, yeah.
I do quite like him. There are chants from the crowd at this point of Hogan sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was surprised by, because he's still the main face of the company. But
loads of people got Hulkamania tops on as well, but they're all at the front.
Yeah, they seem to have pushed them to the front. And again, I think a lot of it must be. I think if Chicago's a big wrestling town, and the fans of the pure wrestling just aren't Hogan fans.
Yes, fair enough.
You're going to be sick. You're going to be sick of him. He fights a monster that he fought in the '80s in WWF. He's brought them into WCW and he batters them. That is every Hogan match to this point, isn't
it? Yeah, forever.
So you can see why. Another spinning wheel kick by Sabu there. That was great.
Oh, he did a bit of a taunt there, actually, to be fair.
He launched himself over the top rope. And
that was a good backflip.
Backflipped into Mr.
Like
JL.
Front flip into him, yeah, that was badass though.
Yeah, it was really good. But he's went and got a chair. He's given up the chair. And then threw him into the guardrail. I'm not even. Oh no, he's got the chair again. He's changed his mind. And then Sabu does a running, jumping, flying, just launch.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hero, this Sabu.
Most of his moves are just launching himself at the other guy. There's no.
yeah.
It's like he hasn't even thought what he's going to do at the end of it. He does just launch himself at the guy. He brings him back into the ring with a suplex, but it gets reversed. And then with a nice, it's a nice.
It must be hard to do that on Sabu. Look, Sabu's holding his arm there as well. Looks like he's secretly got a bit injured. Yeah,
it was a good back suplex by Mr. JL on Sabu, because he looks a lot smaller than him.
Yeah, Sabu's mask. It must be hard to do. Oh, look, yeah, he drop kicked him in the face there as well.
Yeah, this match looks like they're actually hitting each other. They are going for each other in this.
It says now.
That clothesline looked brutal by Sabu then as well.
One of them says in the solar plexus from that clothesline. One of the commentators.
They don't know where the solar plexus is. Last week he hit him below the belly.
That's what I thought.
Last week he hit him below the belly button, and they said that they have no idea where the solar plexus is. And Sabu's put him in a camel clutch, which I thought was odd.
Yeah,
I'm
always a fan of camel clutch though, because that's Iron Sheik's move.
No, I'm not convinced we really have a winner to this match. We'll get to it in a minute, but.
Yeah, I don't have anything to wrote to. Oh no, I do.
Yeah. Mr. JL goes for a Frankensteiner at some point soon, and the commentary team blame him on. They say, I think it slipped because he's wearing a mask. What's that got to do with anything? You're just being weird.
This ref just stopped the count there.
This ref is.
Like it was definitely a 3. It was definitely a 3 count when he literally just stopped.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Oh no, that's it. Yeah. Look, that's it. Where Sabu misses that Frankensteiner there, they blame it. They say it's because he's wearing a mask. It doesn't work.
Oh, really?
And then JL tries to do a Frankensteiner off the top rope. Sabu puts him in a power bomb. He goes into the camel clutch. There's no
He's only got half the camel clutch on.
Yeah, he's only got half the camel clutch on. He doesn't tap. You don't hear him say anything. And then the ref just calls for the bell. He hasn't even got his other hand up. That match makes no sense. And then, after the match, Sabu throws him out the ring and starts battering him. Which previously...
It's a classic Sabu technique, yeah.
And the last time Sabu had it... And then he does a spinning over the thing powerbomb out the ring. Last time Sabu did this, he got disqualified after the match. This time, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, actually. No, he's just too much of a badass.
Some inconsistent refereeing, though. And now we go back to the commentary, and they're going on about how is Sting going to fix the tension between Luger and Macho Man. And given that Sting's supposed to be friends with them both, I'm not convinced by his solution at all.
No, this next bit is rubbish. This whole episode is bad.
I don't really get what they were thinking here. It's another classic. It looks like they've just thrown them into the ring and then they're deciding on the fly what's going to happen.
Yeah, totally. In a way, I quite like this when it's Mean Gene in the ring, like interviewing some guy, but.
I do like Mean Gene.
I think it's probably because Luger's involved that it makes it so bad.
Yeah, it has to work. You have to, the dynamic doesn't work because Macho's so intense and on it and good at promo. And him playing off Luger just does not work. So they've cut to Mean Gene.
Sting's good as well, though.
Yeah, Sting's brilliant.
Some of these promos, but yeah.
They've cut. Luger's wearing a suit jacket this time. Don't know, and jeans. Don't really know why. Sting's in his full wrestling gear. But I guess he's
just beat up sharp. He's looking all right, really. He's not even tired.
I mean, the match didn't take long.
Yeah, true. Macho Man
comes out to music, dressed in
looking a badass.
What is basically a 3-piece, well, 4-piece if you include the hat, 4-piece leopard skin Macho Man outfit. Would you accept that?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he's in, isn't it?
He's getting a lot of boos.
I know. Last week the crowd were well behind Macho Man. I don't know if that was just because they wanted him to retire Luger, which fair enough.
Yeah, true.
If it is, fair enough, because Luger's annoying.
That's amazing. Macho Man's jacket says Macho Man, and underneath, oh yeah, what a hero.
His outfits are amazing. So Sting's solution that he took over the announcing booth at the start and that he's been going on about all night, the solution to the fact that they aren't getting along is at Halloween Havoc, if Luger wins a match against Meng and Macho Man wins a match against Kamala, then them two are going to have a match. So his solution to stop
any sense, yeah.
His solution to stop them fighting is for them to have a fight. And to put 2 Lex Luger matches on your pay-per-view. Why?
Is that what that means? No.
That's Halloween Havoc.
All I've wrote in this bit is Macho Man and Sting, pretty good. Luger being a loser. Why is Luger in a suit?
Yeah, that's a good summary. Macho Man says, how come Giant hasn't chokeslammed Sting yet? And Sting just basically says, shut up, you're paranoid. And then Sting tells him that plan. If you win and you win, you both have a match. And then Macho Man goes, I like it, yeah. And Luger sort of begs off and says that he's... Luger sort of begs off and says he doesn't want to do it, doesn't want to fight twice or some nonsense. And then Sting says he should do it. And then Luger starts randomly shouting. delivers his lines pretty terribly.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Sting and Macho Man just being hot shot still, like, looking at the crowd and stuff.
He's still got his hands on his hips, but too low, and it looks a bit odd. And he doesn't really know when he should start talking because his lips are sort of moving too early.
I mean, he is bad, this Luger. I don't understand it. Did he ever get good?
No. Absolutely not. He bombs in WWF when they try to make him the next Hogan.
Whose plan was that? That's mental.
That's Vince. That's like, I can turn anyone into Hogan type of thing.
Early Vince, yeah.
I don't really understand why, but he does. But then I don't know whether Vince has second thoughts or they backtrack, but he doesn't even beat Yokozuna. Like, they do all this build up to him being the number one American hero, and then they make Lex Luger win by count out. So even his top WWF run at the last minute, they're like, this guy can't talk. And if you can't deliver a promo, you can't be the world champion, can you?
No way. Yeah, definitely not.
So
right, that's over. Glad that is done.
We're now up to a limo pulling up outside of the arena.
Here he is.
And Chris Benoit gets out.
Rocking a good haircut.
Yeah, massive mullet. He looks well young as well.
Yeah, he does.
I think I mostly remember him from his days like late when he's feuding with Jericho. So it's a good few years before this. But that is a massive mullet he's rocking there. And again, he's wearing a suit. He just turns up and goes, WCW where the big boys play. And that's it.
Was he at WWF before this?
No. He's at New Japan, and then
New Japan, yeah, it's a classic Japanese wrestler, isn't he?
And then he was at ECW. Next.
Okay.
And now we get to my MVP for the evening. Disco Inferno. Yeah. Disco Inferno randomly comes out, starts doing his dancing. His music hits. He's jiving away. Absolutely nothing to do with any match tonight.
It is good. I'm going to give it to him. Yeah, fair enough. Coming out before other people, just having a dance off. I do like his style.
Taking over other matches and doing disco dancing is the best thing tonight. Not going to lie. Mongo at this point says, "You wouldn't know silk if a worm crawled across your face," in another classic Mongo quote moment.
He does have some good lines, so Mongo.
Yeah.
I'm just Googling Disco Inferno, man, because
he's still going for it as well. He's still going away. His music, and then Big Bubba's music hits. So Disco Inferno grabs a ghetto blaster and starts playing his own music. He's still going away. So Big Bubba just looks at him like, "What are you doing?" He's just pointing at his ghetto blaster and dancing. Big Bubba puts his shades on.
He's just playing it cool, yeah. Just walks past.
It looks like he's wearing a flight, like a captain of an airline's suit with the grey.
Yeah, he does a bit. I know what you mean.
But I'm not sure why. I'm still unsure what his gimmick is. I know his only gimmick is WWF own the rights to the Boss Man. That seems to be his only gimmick.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Hawk's music hits.
Who's this guy?
He was one of the
Road Warrior.
Yeah. They were the Legion of Doom in WWF as well.
Yeah, I remember having the toys of them.
Yeah, they were the best tag team. They never sell any moves, so they just don't react when everyone hits them, and they just beat the crap out of them. They deliver proper nonsensical promos. If you remember them going,
"It's a badass top.
Ooh, what a rush!" That's them. I'll
remember that.
I'll find a promo and I'll stick it in because some of their stuff they're just mental. I think I'm thinking of their late WWF run, but some of the stuff they say is proper insane. Did someone throw
Disco Inferno? No, Disco Inferno took that from someone in the crowd and then put it on.
And then threw it onto his spike. That's amazing. So yeah,
he's just stole some kid's hat. Surely, I'd be a bit annoyed.
Yeah, classic heel move, but I'm sure
maybe the ref's going to give it to him. Oh, look, the ref's picked it from him, and now he knows that.
Yeah, and now Hawks realised that Disco has put a cap on his spike. Bossman's punching him in the corner. Now doing some pretty terrible kicks. Bossman does do some nice punches, though. I quite like his punching.
Yeah, totally. I think he's a bit of a hot shot.
Yeah, he can actually wrestle. He looks way better here. It's Hogan. When he was fighting Hogan, they look terrible. But when he's fighting someone who can wrestle, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a bit of a hot shot, this Bossman. I'll give it to him. Good slide, I've wrote here. A good slam.
Look, Bossman's trying to ram his head into the post, and Hawk's just not selling it. Punches. Okay, there's not a lot of offense from Bossman that aren't punches, but
yeah, it is. His moveset is punches, but
he now slides out the ring and runs away a bit.
yeah, that was comedy trying.
There's a big boot. Hawk slams him, which is quite a good power slam. I like.
Yeah, totally.
Disco Inferno's back and jumping and jiving on the apron, on the ring apron now.
What a hero.
Yeah. Hawk is not happy with this and tries to rip his shirt off and now gets out the ring to start battering him. At this point, his shirt is ripped. Hawk carries on battering him. And we'll just get counted out. That is the end of the match.
It's definitely not a 10 count. Although it does. Maybe it is.
He's counting and it's been way over to. They are inconsistent with their counting. It can be anything from 3 to 10 minutes, can't it? Depending on what.
Yeah. Right, that was the most pointless match, though, wasn't it?
I've no idea why that match existed. It doesn't get anyone over, except maybe Disco Inferno, because I thought that was funny. But,
yeah, actually, yeah. To be fair, that was better than all the other matches. Apart from Sabu, maybe. No, better than that, probably.
I think they just rushed it to get through to the next bit, which is more promos to do with Hogan.
Yeah. Wait, what?
So we've already had two. We've had a Hogan flashback, another Hogan flashback. Now Mean Gene's in the ring and he's introducing Hogan.
To be fair to him, Hogan is looking pretty badass.
Hogan is coming out.
Visions of NWO.
Yeah, I think this is the prototype here. He comes out and he's all dressed in black. He's got a black neck brace as well. He's definitely getting a mixed reaction here as well. There are other people in Hulkamania shirts. He is getting some cheers, but there are also a lot.
There's more boos, I'd say. Yeah, he looks just like Hollywood Hogan, though, really, doesn't he?
Yeah.
His tash has grown quite a lot.
He's got shades on as well, which I'm not sure he needs because he's indoors.
Has he got like diamonds around the side?
No, he's got his 2 crucifixes that he's been wearing recently. So that black longer one and his gold crucifix.
I mean, he does look cool, but still, this isn't really good.
Hogan then starts by telling Mean Gene to shut up, which I was like, is Hogan turned heel here? What's going on?
Yeah, he definitely seems like he's heel.
I'm not sure Hogan knows what's going on at this point. He's just... are they begging him to turn heel at this point and he's not wanting to? I'm not really sure. What do you think? I know Hogan... They talk about it and how they wanted Hogan to turn heel, and Hogan says to Bischoff, unless you've walked a mile in my red and yellow boots, then you don't understand. So I think there's some backstage stuff going on. Hogan then talks some nonsense. He says it's time to settle family business. He says he's going to choke out the Giant the way he choked out Andre.
He actually says his son in this.
To be clear, he
calls it.
That's a lie on multiple levels. He didn't choke out Andre. He beat him with he beat him with a power slam. That was the famous bit in WrestleMania 3. So that's a lie. And Andre's not even his dad. So what on earth? And Andre the Giant.
He calls him a stinky giant in this as well.
He needs to learn words that aren't stinky.
No.
Because it's every promo. Luger, you put your stinky hand out, or big stinky giant. And
this isn't. Hogan just doesn't have it, I don't think.
No. And then he starts going on some nonsense about burning forests and seeds. Still not sure what he's on about. It's nonsensical. He says some shit about fighting Gorgeous George in heaven.
Yeah, I wrote Meet Gorgeous George in heaven. What's he talking about?
I've genuinely no idea what he's talking about at this point.
I've wrote those things, and then just next to it, in brackets, all pointless.
Yeah, he's talking, but he's not actually saying anything. He's just rambling a bit of nonsense here. Dungeon of Doom are about to rock up in a monster truck, but they've got
I didn't write any of this, but that is quite funny.
Hogan starts saying he wants them out, and he knows he's got a restraining order, so they can't come in here. So he's got to go out there. But again, that's not. That's not really how restraining orders work, Hogan. And also, he takes a lot longer than I did to say that, and says it in a monologue.
Yeah. Might put graffiti on the Washington Monument instead of cutting off Hogan's tash. That's amazing.
Yeah, again, he's just rambling. What's the Washington Monument got to do with them shaving Hogan's beard? It makes no sense.
It's that American. I like Hogan's beard.
I guess so. Maybe the police are tailing the monster truck. So it's all kicking off now. The police are here. Jimmy, the Dungeon of Doom are about to get arrested. There's some guys in suits outside. Zodiac's waving frantically on top of the monster truck.
Yeah.
He's got his rock-style hoodie on. Yep. Hogan's losing his
It's funny
shit,
Sullivan's colours are Hogan's colours. Like, that shouldn't be the way. It shouldn't be yellow and red.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Hogan's now shouting at them to get in and fight him. So he's realised they can't again now, so he's gone out to try and fight them. And
it's Giant shouting at the camera, but you can't hear him.
Giant's trying to shout, but he's also trying to put on that really raspy voice, so it doesn't work and you can't really hear what he's saying. And then I've wrote, oh dear, another shit Havoc promo. Fuck's sake, 3 more weeks of this. They need to get a better way of hyping this Halloween Havoc, because the video packages they've got for it are just rubbish.
No, they don't even. Is it going to tell us any more matches? Because it's just been Hogan.
They really hyped this Machine versus Machine, yeah.
Hogan's never been in a monster truck yet, though. Like,
Hogan.
I don't understand.
I'll let you in on a little secret here. Hogan never is in a monster truck. It's all stunt drivers. It's just bullshit.
Really? Right. Okay.
I mean, most of it. 90% of the clips at the pay-per-view are just going to be them 2 revving engines, and they're not even the ones revving the engine.
That's insane.
You know, like when you're a kid and you get a fake steering wheel on your car? They've got them.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, no, genuinely, that's what it is. Right, and after that, I mean, it has been 90% Hogan promos so far, but now we're on to the main event. Oh, Bobby the Brain Heenan says... Bobby the Brain Heenan says the wheels on the monster trucks for Halloween Havoc are 25 foot high. They're definitely not. That's definitely not true. Oh, it's gone to another Havoc promo. The only in-ring action is Hogan clotheslining Vader, which again he's left the company. And then Hogan leg dropping Vader. They own the
yes, so just Hogan Vader.
It's because the problem with this, doing a video package for Halloween Havoc, is Giant hasn't actually wrestled a match yet.
Yeah.
So they've got nothing.
Just got clips of his mental promos.
Yeah. Now Mongo's gone to that weird thing of his dog Pepe, and he's got a football helmet on this week.
That dog doesn't look comfy in that helmet or jumper.
Bischoff says
police have came.
Bischoff says so much has already happened on Nitro, and I wrote, yeah, but it's been shit.
Police have just passed word to Bischoff for something.
Yeah, police have told Bischoff that Hogan can't they're stopping them both fighting, so actually nothing's going to happen, basically.
Cage match, though. I thought, this is my thinking, this is exciting, a cage match.
Yeah.
And Mongo says, cage match, no interference, just the two of them in the ring.
Yeah, I can guarantee Brian Pillman won't turn up tonight.
As soon as he said that, I was like, well, someone's definitely coming out.
Well, I think we know what's happening there. Wait to give the game away, Mongo.
Flair's coming out. Arn Anderson already in the ring.
Arn Anderson doesn't get entrances on Nitro at all, does he?
No.
Flair's music is amazing. He's got more pyro than WWF would have at their main event of WrestleMania at this stage.
Yeah, you're right.
The cage is small.
The cage is like chicken wire. It's like not high. Yeah,
it's not very high. Like you could
jump to the top, probably.
I think it's WrestleMania. Definitely. WrestleMania 10 or WrestleMania 11. Bret Hart and Owen Hart have a cage match, and it's really good because they do this thing that no one ever thinks of in cage matches. They keep trying to just run out the cage. Like the bell rings and they just try and leg it.
Yeah.
Like
that's the technique, isn't it? That's I forgot about that. Yeah, just leaving the cage, you win, don't you?
In this match, the cage is only just above Flair's head. He could just jump out if he like.
Easy get out of this, yeah. Although I think Arn Anderson does try and get out, but it must have been filmed on an ad break or something because then they cut it to
the best
like
bit.
2 screens at one point.
Oh yeah, the best bit of this match by a long way is Bobby the Brain Heenan goes to say he's made his bed, now he has to lie in it, but then he thinks of something better halfway through and changes it and goes, he's made his cage, now he has to fight in it.
What a Bobby! That's amazing.
That's an amazing line.
I just thought cage doesn't look very stable.
No,
There's a cameraman in the cage.
Arn Anderson does a reversal, which realistically looks like Flair's just headbutted the cage. Because Flair overreacts and Arn's quite laid back. It just looks like Flair's headbutting the cage. Flair does a decent suplex though. Flair's got some moves in this. Spine buster by Anderson.
Spine buster, you can't beat that. Give the people's elbow.
But again,
the people what they want.
They don't. Arn doesn't follow up. He's still having a lie down. I'm not really sure why.
No, he's that skilled in that spine buster. He's got a lot to learn of people's elbows.
It's his signature move. Why is he having a lie down? It doesn't make sense.
Forgot that was his special as well. He's no The Rock, is he?
They're going back to them fighting on top of the cage, which we didn't see, so it must have been another really badly timed ad break.
It looks good though, like both fighting on the top of the top rope, and then Flair pushes well. Looks like Arn just falls.
I think Flair chops him so that Arn crotches on the ropes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he showed it again actually. Yeah, that's good.
It's easy
to hurt for Arn Anderson. You can't really fake that much.
Yep, that's the best bit of action the match has seen so far, and they did it during the ad break. Now Arn goes to throw. Now Flair throws Arn, and it looks like Arn's just running and jumping into the cage.
Yeah, the cage looks a bit broken as well.
Yeah, fairly sure if either of them just lean on this, they're getting out of the cage.
Yeah. All right, Flair slamming into the cage, but
at this point, I've written, we are watching this and reviewing it weekly. Watch how much these guys are attacking and beating the living shit out of each other, because it will crop up at Halloween Havoc.
What, these two?
These two and Pillman.
I mean, they're just playing all the time. They're both having a go at rubbing each other's face into this ring. Doesn't seem to work.
I love Flair's where he runs full power to the rope and just struts. I think it's just amazing. Oh, absolutely. I do really, really like Ric Flair. It's a decent.
Yeah, totally. Oh, that's an amazing slam he's doing on him.
Yeah, that's a great pause in the what do you call it? Pause suplex, maybe. But whatever it is, it's really good. And then the guy who Mongo promised us 2 minutes ago wasn't going to interferes. Flying Brian climbs into the ring. Flair knocks him off the top of the ring, actually. That was a pretty big bump.
Big fall for him, really.
Yeah, Flair at this point
Flair's getting pumped.
Flair, this was half out the cage, but just didn't get out. Makes no sense.
He's too busy going. He's going woo. He's put up a lot of woos.
But there's a giant axe handle on Anderson, and now he's going for the figure four. Nah, that's not a good move, is it? If you've got interference, Flair, think this one through. And then Arn punches him. Bischoff fucks up at this point and says that he's hit him with tape. He says, "Oh, he's hitting with tape," and they're like, "Oh no, he's hitting with brass knuckles."
Yeah.
You've ruined that one, Bischoff. Come on.
That's amazing. I don't know. This didn't sit right with me. This brass knuckle ending.
I mean, the brass
knuckles. He should have got them out, like showed them into the crowd, or done something a bit more obvious.
The brass knuckles looked like a bit of felt, which Bischoff accidentally admitted wasn't brass knuckles as well. Look at them here. They're so obviously just a bit of tape.
Yeah, it's just all white. Yeah. And then Mongo goes like, "Oh, it's the classic Chicago brass knuckles," or something like that.
It's obviously not. And also, Flair had the match won. He was already out of the ring. He just decided to jump off and axe handle him. So again, it didn't really make sense. They've gone back to the commentary desk again.
I wrote shite ending.
Yeah, I wrote long-winded commentary, basically saying nothing. Flair rocks up and says, "Right, I'll take both of them on in a handicap match next week if I can't find a partner."
I wrote that's the best part of the match, Flair losing it. What a hero this Flair is.
And I've written after Flair leaves, they go to Hogan sucks chants again by the crowd.
Do they? I never noticed that.
This crowd do not like Hulk Hogan.
They love Flair. It seems.
Flair 100% got more cheers coming out than Hogan, and Flair's a heel. Flair's deliberately acting like a deliberate heel.
Yeah.
And he 100% gets more cheers than Hogan because he's Flair. And I get it.
Because he's actually the best.
Like, as an adult watching this now, I'd pick Flair over Hogan every day.
Hogan said Flair's the best wrestler in one of his podcasts.
Well, it's not just wrestling. I think Flair's better at promos than Hogan.
Easy, yeah. Flair would probably have a good rivalry with Rock, like a young Flair and Rock.
That would be amazing.
They'd both be doing these promos well.
Oh yeah.
Jericho, maybe.
A Flair Austin, like at their peak, them two winding each other up would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it?
Would be good, yeah, totally.
Them two trying to one up each other and just ripping on. It would be amazing to see. Even like
Bobby the Brain's having a bit of a rant against Hogan here, which is good.
He hates Hogan.
Saying they've been getting him jammed down his throat. The red, white, and blue jammed down your throat. He doesn't like him.
I do like Bobby the Brain when he goes off on one about Hogan. He was absolutely pissing himself last week when Sullivan was beating him. He absolutely loved it. He was killing himself off. So next week it looks like we've got some more exciting matches. We've got Diamond Dallas Page versus Johnny B. Bad, which has been on the dark match for the last 2 weeks, but I assume it's
Finally
for the TV title.
It won't be. This will be a non-title match.
Yeah, probably. They only contest the TV title on non-television matches.
Yeah.
It's like a weird twist that they're playing with everyone. Then it's Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit, which could be an exciting match.
Oh, is that next week?
Yes,
good.
liking that.
Good.
Meng versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know what you were thinking there.
We haven't seen Hacksaw yet, I suppose.
We haven't, but that's got dark match written all over it. That's.
Yeah, that'll be.
Hopefully
a 2-minute special.
They'll probably have like Macho Man versus Sting as a dark match. Looking at this,
yeah,
and then Meng versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan is just semi-main event. And then the main event next week is obviously going to be Flair versus Brian Pillman and Arn Anderson in either a handicap or
quality.
So
he's going to find someone. He's going to find a tag team partner.
I mean, he's not, is he? Because that doesn't happen till.
Too badass.
He's got 3 weeks before Sting. And I won't spoil it, but that match is the best match you will see.
Really?
We may have to put just that match on if we're not doing the whole Halloween Havoc. We'll have to put just that match on because it's amazing. Like, it's genuinely the funniest match in there ever. I love Flair.
That's amazing.
And that's the end of it. And it just cuts to a picture of Ric Flair.
Not a good episode, but I'm excited about the old Benoit Guerrero. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think Chris Benoit coming in is just developing the cruiserweights is what this needs, isn't it? We don't need more Hacksaw Jim Duggan matches. We don't need Hogan talking nonsense, and we don't need more Lex Luger. So
no, Hogan and Lex Luger would make this so much more streamlined. These shows.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. You could have given and then stuck some of your dark matches on in that time, and you'd have it.
Yeah, totally.
So
stick Eddie Guerrero on every week.
Yeah, if you
be the best thing ever.
If you open with Guerrero Malenko, the dark match, fine, absolutely great. Then you could give a couple instead of the 2 flashbacks, you give a couple of extra minutes to the Shark versus Sting.
Yeah.
You cut out the ridiculously long Hogan promo and instead put the Diamond Dallas Page Johnny B. Bad on, and suddenly you've got a really good Nitro.
Totally, yeah, totally.
So
mental.
Essentially, what we're saying is
sweet cash for Hogan.
Hogan ruined it, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And I loved Hogan back in the day, but now almost on the verge of hating him.
I remember when we were watching one back in '99, and there's like a double turn where Flair goes heel again and Hogan goes face again. And then some kid tells Hogan to wear the red and yellow, and then Hogan comes back out in red and yellow, and I went nuts for that. Like,
I mean, yeah, that does sound good though. So you still got it really, it's just because nostalgia, too much nostalgia with Hogan, I guess.
I think that's what it is, but he can't wrestle. And that promo's not good. So what is he got?
Yeah, maybe he'll turn it on in I don't know.
I think he does a pretty good job at the start anyway of the NWO. I've heard his speech where he turns heel knocks it out the park.
Yeah. What year is that? 96?
Yeah, we're less than a year away now.
Quality.
And Nash and Hall are coming in, and they're just cool as anything. So that guy.
Yeah, we've got some good guys to come in. What was Raw's deal?
Monday Night Raw. They've got a new theme that they're just playing an alarm siren. That was shite. They do a 6-man tag. Now, if they'd have took any 2 people out of this 6-man tag and had them fight, it would have been a good match. So you've got Yokozuna, Owen Hart, and British Bulldog.
On one team, okay.
Versus Undertaker, Kevin Nash, and Shawn Michaels.
What? Sounds amazing.
That is all the talent you needed to beat Nitro. If you just had 3 matches.
They were separate matches. Yeah, 3 matches. Yeah, totally.
Job done. But for starters, Shawn Michaels has a really long intro where he basically becomes a stripper.
Quality.
So that takes too long. And then Diesel has a long entrance. Undertaker has a long entrance. So that takes up. We're already longer than all the WCW matches on Nitro, and nothing's actually happened. There's a Heartbreak Kid versus Owen start, and that's brilliant. If it was just them 2, this would have been a hell of a match because they're like cruiserweights.
Yeah.
They act like cruiserweights in it, and then but then Yokozuna interferes, and then Undertaker comes in, and then all 6 are in the ring brawling, and it's just an absolute.
Yeah, triple tag matches never work.
Yeah, it becomes a clusterfuck after a minute, and then all of them are fighting. What I wrote is Bulldog is well strong. Like, he's picking people up easier and doing the overhead press easier than Sting was in that Flair in our first episode.
Really? Yes.
They have a lot of ad breaks, and it's just them lot brawling. But this takes 20 minutes.
What? That's half the show? Just Nitro show?
Yeah. I mean, Dean Douglas comes out and does his shite, I'm a teacher, I'm going to grade the match gimmick in the middle of it. Them lot of brawling. I can't even remember who wins because it just annoys me. It all ends in a shambles because they're all battering everyone. And then the heels end up beating up on everyone at the end. Mabel interferes and starts out battering Undertaker. Then
you're not selling it.
No. I wrote Bulldog Bulldog spends over a minute stamping on someone, but he's jumping, obviously landing, and then doing a little stamp. And it looks so clearly fake and not even slightly painful.
Nightmare.
And he's just repeatedly doing that for over a minute. Then they do a flashback to Hart, last week's Raw, which is Hart and Lawler arguing. Then they do a flashback to SummerSlam, which is Hart versus Kane when he's doing his dentist gimmick.
I'm not for seeing
that. That's another 10 minutes flashback. 10 minutes flashback of SummerSlam. It's not. And then we get to the main event, which is Skip. He's part of this. He's just shit gimmick. He's in the Body Donners, which is a fake fitness instructor, with with Sunny, who's the hot one in WWF. So she's fit, but Skip's gimmick's terrible. Versus Fatu, who's Rikishi.
Right, and that was the main event.
Yeah.
Two matches.
Yeah. And the gimmick in this match is foreigners have hard heads. So it's a constant thing for Vince McMahon that any Samoan has a rock hard head. They have headbangers, and then so every time he headbutts Rikishi, he hurts his head. And then for some reason he doesn't learn from this and does a flying headbutt Benoit style off the top rope onto Rikishi's head.
Yeah.
And hurts his own head. That's the entire match, really.
That's quality.
Then it goes. That's it. So genuinely.
Yeah. I don't know. That triple tag sounds all right.
It's just there was 2 minutes of excellent wrestling between Owen Hart and Shawn Michaels, and then a 20-minute brawl for no reason. If they'd just done the 3 separate issues, I think Raw would have wiped the floor with them. Overall, this was a 2.6 and a 2.6. It was a dead tie in ratings.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
So, match of the night.
Match of the night. I am going to go with... It's tough because Big Boss Man was a bit of a hot shot, but Sabu versus Mr. JL. So we're going with... Why not?
I was torn between that and Sting versus Shark because I quite like.
Yeah, actually, Sting was a bit of a hot shot there.
Sting was quite good, and Earthquake's limit the 30 seconds of offense that Shark was allowed. They actually got some good moves.
Yeah, true. I like it.
Whereas the other one was just, I thought there was a bit too much randomness in the match.
Yeah, you're probably right, to be fair.
He can't tell a story in the ring. He just loses his shit, which is funny.
Yeah, he just goes for it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll start. Yeah, I'll take that. Shark versus Sting.
Oh, you're changing your mind, are you? So it's going 2 votes for the Shark Sting.
2 votes, yeah.
MVP.
This is a tough one. Because, I mean, it is Disco Inferno. But...
I have gone disco.
I'm going to have to as well.
I don't think anyone else deserves it.
No, because Flair was against Anderson, so that wasn't great.
And he did.
No one was good.
And he lost by being hit with tape, and he was an idiot.
Yeah, it was a shite ending. Yeah.
Didn't get out of the ring.
Disco Inferno's done it again. I think I voted for him last week as well.
Which is fair enough. He's killing it on Nitro at the moment. He might ruin that if he ever wrestles, but
yeah.
And Will Smith, I've gone for the Shark.
Yeah, Shark, definitely.
Good Will Smith, he did well.
Hero.
Not enough Will Smith leg drop follow-ups either in wrestling. I think.
Yeah, that was a good double. Yeah. Add some sort of taunts in the middle of that. That could be the new people's elbow style thing.
Yeah, if he did that and then did his big "I'm huge" and sat on them pinning combo, you've got it won.
That's it. That's a special.
So if there's any big guys that want to rip off our idea and get into wrestling, I think we've just nailed it for you.
That sounds like a good. Oh, it would be hard not to do a pedigree. I'm sure Triple H passed on the pedigree to someone.
Diamond, no. Oh, did he pass it on to...
Like newish, yeah.
Oh, right. No, he passed it on to Seth Rollins for a bit.
Seth Rollins. Is that the guy that's related to The Rock?
No, that's Roman Reigns.
See, I'm out of the mix of these wrestlers.
Apparently, not long after he started in WWF, which is about when we're talking about now, DDP starts over in WCW. DDP might even be next week. DDP does a pedigree and wins with it.
Oh my god!
And then Triple H rings him up and goes, "What are you doing there, mate?"
Really?
Yeah. And then
amazing.
Which turns out to be a blessing in disguise for DDP, because then he starts using the diamond cutter as his only finisher.
Yeah, that is good, those diamond cutters.
Which gets over because...
It's no pedigree, but...
He gets it over, though, because he's like 10 years before Randy Orton. He's pulling diamond cutters out of nowhere, isn't he?
Yeah, true. He does have, DDP's got it going. Like, I think hopefully he'll start being the main one soon. Although he's the main one, but just on dark matches.
Yeah, he's a champion. They're just not putting him on. I have no idea why they're keeping him off TV. The TV, your TV champion should be defending every week on TV. That's the definition of it, surely.
Oh yeah, mental. Another fact of a Triple H fact.
Oh, yeah.
Tottenham. Well, it's not really a Triple H fact, but Tottenham Hotspur, like the English Premier League team, come out to Triple H's theme apparently.
What?
Exactly. And then I saw a video on YouTube. It was Triple H saying, like, someone was saying, like, "Oh, how do you feel about them coming in?" And he was like, "Yeah, when my music gets people going, saying how amazing WWE is." And then he's like, "As long as they win, of course." It's like, no loser's got my theme. I was like, yes, what a hero.
So, like, when Tottenham's about to come out, they go, "It's time to play the game." Like that.
Yeah, like the Mohead version, totally.
This is amazing. I did not know that.
I've never seen it. It seemed true. I mean, Triple H was talking about it, so it makes me want to support Tottenham.
If Tottenham went full DX, I'd definitely support. They just came out in green and started going to...
Yeah, just had DX tops. Just like, this is our new top, guys.
And started crotch chopping.
Yeah.
That would be the most amazing thing ever. See, that's what they maybe need to do. If you can't get full crowds in at football, they're going to have to start playing up to the VIP TV crowd at home and
totally,
adopting some wrestling gimmicks and cutting promos on the other team.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
It's the future of football and coronavirus.
I'm in for that, totally.
Right. Well, the only thing left is you can ways to find us if you're new to listening. You can find us on Facebook, Monday Nitro Brother. You can find us on Twitter at Monday Nitro Bro. And you can find it on basically any podcast now as Monday Nitro Brother.
Give us some likes, give us some reviews. Positive ones, of course.
I tried to search for us. I tried to search for who that guy is that fought Rick Rude in the WCW Saturday Night one we did a couple of weeks back. Still can't find him. Started looking on blogs for WCW Saturday Night and looking at all the matches in history. He's not even on them. One just cut the Rick Rude match off. One said he's against question mark. One said he's against enhancement talent. No one knows who this guy is.
That's mental. Some sort of mystery wrestler.
Seriously, if anyone listening knows who did Rick Rude fight in the first ever WCW Saturday, I need to know. I've been trying to find out. I tagged Jim Ross in Twitter. I've asked Bischoff on Twitter. No one's listening to me. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to find this out.
Mean Gene, is he still alive?
I'll just tag everyone that was anything to do with the episode. I'm fed up now. I'm just going to go look and then just go everyone's Twitter handle who's got anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And see if anyone goes for it.
That would be quality.
I'm going to find out who this guy is.
I like it.
So, yeah, if you do like it, give us a shout and see you next time.
Yeah, take it easy, brothers. Peace.
Good night.
always say peace because these YouTubers, I always say it and I'm like, that sounds cool. I'm going to do it.
I've left it running. I've left the recording on in case we come up with some golders just as we're leaving that I'm going to snick in.
I like it, yeah.
But also because we did just, I'm fairly sure we just spent about 10 minutes slating Luger last week and none of it was recorded.
yeah, totally. Yeah, I missed that.
I don't know about what a prick he is.
I mean, he is a nightmare.